Evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. She's 9 o'clock on a Friday night, and we are here till about 10:30. It's Talkback with Thane and Sophia. Sophia, how's it going?
Well, really well.
Excellent. Good day?
Yeah. I forgot it was Friday.
Strange. Well, it's open line Talkback tonight, so basically anywhere you want to take the show, you can. We're going to give three people the opportunity to win a $25 voucher to Midnight Gardener in Ponsonby. But this is a bit of a twist. All you got to do is appear on the show. Just press the link on the on our post, and I'm going to put the
On
link
Facebook.
actually in the comments as well. And then you click on the link, you join us on the show for some open line talkback, and then hey presto, we'll flip heads or tails whether you're going to win that $25 voucher. Yeah. It's a little bit stingy. And anybody who goes messages us this tonight also goes in the draw for a 12-pack of lover pies. And guess what? All the lover pies have been sent out, so they're on couriers, guys. So I'm very happy about that. Big thumbs up. Yeah. I'm just going to share the post and get things going on my side. So can I bring in a new Friday tradition? His name is Benny Mac, and he's our Friday fact checker. Welcome to the show, mate. How are you?
Great. Do you read me loud and clear?
Loud and clear, Benny.
Okay, beautiful. Hey, I'm hyped. I mean, 12-pack of lover pies. Man, oh man. You know, that's an essential service. Damn straight. That's an essential service.
Check out that library you're rocking.
I am. Well, yeah, as you guys introduced me, it's Friday fact checking. I'm here. I'm doing the fact checking. I've got the checkboard here. I'm checking it. It's like a checkpoint. This is the point where the facts come in. They go through me. I run them through the Walnut Library. Things happen. Okay.
How about the other end of the fact? Excellent.
You can come in and out of the show, Benny, and just give us a bit of a thumbs up when you want to come back in if you see that there is a fact that needs to be checked.
Okay, I'll be here. Affirmative. Copy that caller. Thank you.
Hi, Adam.
See you in a second. Adam Corbett, he's a winner of our lover pies. He's saying, "What up, team?" You know, we need a DJ in here or something on a Friday, you know? Just to make it look cool.
Adam, jump on.
Yeah.
Jump on and say hey.
Look who else is here. Steve McGuinness.
Steve.
Romeo.
Old Steve the Romeo. If you didn't catch it last night, Steve's a bit of a hot ticket on our love songs till midnight style dating service that we well, it's not really a dating service. I think everybody rejected everybody else, but it was a fantastic time.
What's everyone doing tonight? Please let us know by commenting just on our post. The comments there will appear on screen. Can I just bring you back in? Was Steve a bit of a heartthrob Romeo there, Benny Mac, the fact checker on last night's show?
Yep, got a lot of feedback coming through over the last 24 hours, and we got a lot of basically we've got on the fact here 74% coming through as Silver Fox.
Some good numbers there. Thank you very much.
And with the rest of the numbers are just going out as grubby old man. But I think 74 is good.
That's a win in anyone's book.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We'll call on you very shortly. What is everybody doing? Adam Corbett here.
What? How do you know that? Did your wife just have a baby? Please, Lord, tell me you have not put that woman through sex after just delivering your child.
No.
Please.
I'll tell you what. There is a story behind this, Sophia. This week, some grub brought his young girlfriend into the hospital bed. You know, the curtains they went at it, and some old fella complained.
Okay, good. Because I thought Adam wouldn't do that. Adam is a sweetheart. Adam is a loving father of 3. Yeah. And I just don't watch the news. The news freaks me out sometimes. I can't take it all on. It's a little bit too much.
It's very intimidating for you, isn't it, the news?
It's not intimidating. I feel it very deeply. I get really upset. And then I start, and I've got so much to do. I can't be thinking about all that stuff all the time. I get nothing done.
What have we got here? Josh Owens, thank you very much for your text here, Josh. Lawn warrior in the house.
He's referring to himself. If I remember correctly, Josh had a lawn mowing business and or garden related.
Yeah.
What's up, Josh? Welcome back.
Oh, look who it is.
Hey.
Our sponsor.
Luke. What's happening?
Yeah. So Luke went to some bigwig meeting today. I was wondering if our Benny, if you're listening and you're monitoring, you could fact check a meeting that went down with the Minister of Finance today regarding hospitality. If you can do some back work on that, that'll be amazing. But I think if Luke, if you are watching, if you can come in and tell us how that meeting went, and is there going to be any grey area for you guys to operate in Delta 2? Do let us know. I'm very interested. Tonight, it is all about what you guys want to talk about. So just the link, let me put it in the actual comments. Jump on, and there's an opportunity for you guys to, again, score a $25 voucher from Midnight Gardener when she all kicks back into, play.
I can't wait to get a coffee. I can't wait. It's going to be so nice.
It is going to be nice.
Normal life, and then you easily take it for granted in like 2 weeks. You're like, oh yeah, that's right. Lockdown, what?
The weird thing about this is that we have the link, and it was put in actually out there on the post, but the link kind of disappears when we go live. So it looks like I'm going to have to actually go and find that link and do that. What's the update on the lots of
grey?
Okay, let's bring our fact checker back in now. Benny, what's the deal with that hospitality meeting that went down?
Okay, so we've got the document here. So if you want to switch to the document, I will bring it up and you'll be able to read the main body of the text.
Oh, yeah.
But it looks like Luke's done the good job, and he's basically made the finance minister turn heel and release more funds into the stream.
So what? Luke's going to get some more money?
Everyone's getting more money, and we've got Luke to thank.
So, hold on. So this is interesting. So businesses struggling through lockdown can apply for more one-off resurgence supports when? Because
this is an article from 5 hours ago. So this is actually they're saying that they're making the biggest payout that they've made since this whole malarkey began. Let's go down to the second body of the text.
Okay, next Friday. Okay, so anyone getting another resurgence support payment, put it in your diary. Friday, September 17. Jump on the IRD website, frantically fill in all your forms and send it away.
Yeah, quite right. Get in there and make sure that you fill out the right one, because it's bloody confusing. There's the individual one, then there's the business
sole
one.
Trader.
Yeah, it's all over the show. Make sure you try. If you're a sole trader, you should be getting almost $2,000. You shouldn't be getting the 1,200 or the 14, 15. I don't know. It's a bloody nightmare. But those are the facts.
Hey, that's a great way to sign out there, mate. Those are the facts. Fantastic. Thank you, Ben.
Sign off. Can I just raise, if anyone's getting the wage subsidy as well, I believe that they close the second wage subsidy support payment, or whatever it is called, next Wednesday or Thursday. So it's open now. If you've got one, but you need to get another one, go and do it now on the My MSD thing.
Okay. Now, I just had a message from Luke. He's saying no one can see the link. The link is now in the post, so refresh your phone or browser, and I'll put it in the comments. So this is what the link looks like to jump on air with us tonight. If you make it on air, we're going to flip a coin. You could win a $25 voucher to Midnight Gardener, which does the best dumplings in Auckland, or one of the best anyway. So there you go. What else we got here? Josh Owen says council workers can cut grass at level 4, but not us lawn warriors. Hot topic. Join us, Josh, and let us know.
I believe that's a spicy topic.
Yeah, very. Oh, are you saying a spicy topic? Hold the line there, caller. Here we go. Boy, oh boy. spicy. That is a spicy one, isn't it?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, does it?
No.
Josh, jump on if you can, should you have the urge.
We do have someone here. We're going back to New South Wales now. A listener dialing in. Tom joins us from Halo Dining. How are you, Tom? All right, mate?
Tom, good
Very
evening.
well, thanks, Thane. Sophie?
Very
How
good.
are you?
Yeah, good. Getting our lives sorted over here. Just moved house.
All right. You're in the new house. Awesome, mate.
Excellent. What's it like? What are you feeling?
Well, exhausted. It's part of the deal of moving house.
This is true.
Yeah.
But
the wife's unpacking. You're having some wine and sitting on the couch on your phone?
Yeah, totally. Got it in one.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. We've had some good news here in New Zealand. We've got some more money. We squeezed some more money out of the government, and it looks like hospitality have got some more funding coming their way to top them up, because we've got this Delta 2 we may be moving down to in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And you can't have more than 50 people in the premise, and everyone's going to have masks. So that's going to set hospitality back in Auckland, New Zealand, big time. So they're going to give hospitality more money, yeah.
So hospitality venues in New Zealand, the diners have to wear masks?
Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy.
How do you eat?
I think you just pull it. Sort of.
You pull it to the side.
I tried to pull mine up the other day, and it was, when you like pull it down because you're doing something, and I thought I'll just put this, and it was just like it smacked me in the face. It was awful. Imagine trying to eat and control this thing.
Yeah, that sounds a bit crazy.
It's complicated.
We've got new news in the last few days. It looks like we'll come out of lockdown with a 70% in New South Wales, at least anyway, in sometime in October. But it's one per foot. We're going to have one per 4 square meters in restaurants, which is pretty devastating for business owners. I think it's pretty hard to operate a business when you got a quarter capacity basically.
Oh yeah, totally. But I mean, they must be happy just to have some money walking through the door,
right? Yes, I call it cash flow. Yeah. But that's where Halo Dining comes in, and we need to find somebody in New Zealand to take it up and run with it, and extend the dining room outside of the restaurant.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
So for those of you who weren't here last night, Tom Rutherford is a chef and has worked in many fine dining restaurants with Michelin stars, and from all accounts, a fantastic chef at that. He's designed an app called the Halo Dining app, which basically brings restaurant food into your home. If you had a dinner party of, let's say, 20 people at your house, you could all jump on the app, select what you'd like from any of the restaurants, and you all get your individual order and you can enjoy together. Would that be an accurate summation?
Absolutely, Sophie. You've done some research.
Fantastic.
There you go.
This is great. All right. Well, we know a couple of. I've heard of a couple of top chefs over here, but we can certainly help you pitch the idea and get them going.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I think. Sure. I mean, the thing about Halo, it's a bit like Uber. It's a bit like Airbnb. It can be in any town, any country, anywhere in the world. It's pretty cool, and we're refining the app relentlessly currently. So we're in a pretty good shape with it, actually.
Who does the delivery service? Have you got a partner with that?
No. So this is the restaurant. So the restaurant sends their chef and their waiter, essentially, depending on the style of restaurant, to somebody's house.
Yep. Cooks
and serves, cleans up, comes back to the restaurant and packs it up. So it's a very localized situation, and the spend for the restaurant is much higher than you'll ever get in the restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really interesting. A really interesting. It's a catering model, basically. Yeah.
Totally. Mate, we have got to push on with another guy. We've got Luke Diller who's coming in. He's just spoken to the Minister of Finance about all this. He was at this big meeting today. But come back after 10. It's going to get a little bit crazy a little later on tonight, so jump back on if you want.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Hello, caller.
How are we?
The man of the hour. How are you, mate?
Oh, it's been a busy afternoon. So that's why I'm drinking this great product here, Storm Gin. It's a local
You
product.
said you only drank on Tuesday.
And Fridays.
Good on you. Storm Gin. Looks nice.
Have
cool.
I frozen?
No.
Is that a
Storm
wolf?
Gin, but also, this is a great gin. It's a bit of citrusy, and I actually add that Storm Gin too with this East Imperial grapefruit soda. Had a couple of those tonight, but I've had a busy day today, Thane. I mostly just call me Mr. Politician.
Yeah, I mean, you've been spread right across all the news, the Herald stuff, etc. You've been leading the fight for hospitality in the country, doing a little bit better than the Restaurant Association, Hospitality Association. What's the latest?
Well, I've actually been doing better than the National Party, actually, mate. It's actually it's quite embarrassing, actually, how I've actually learned a lot over the last couple of days how politics work. All it is about taking voters away from voters, which is a shame, which is an absolute shame, because actually it becomes a political thing rather than an actual thing. So, I mean, we've got in Auckland here, we are losing thousands and thousands of dollars. Yes, I'm going to say to you, we have made thousands and thousands of dollars, but that's never. We've spent that.
It's called being in business, isn't it?
It's about being business, and I'm being real here. I'm being absolute real here. Okay. We are going to lose tens of thousands of dollars because it costs me every day. It costs me every week probably about $8,000 to stay alive. So I'm actually chipping in. It's just not me. It's the retail industry as well. It's the milkman. It's the florist. It's the cleaners. It's the XYZ. It's just not me. Right. We're all losing. So this is our sort of thing, pushing against the political sort of regime, you could say. So,
but mate, the finance minister was like, he wasn't having a bar review the first day you put it out.
2 days ago.
No way. You guys have had it good for so long. You've had your bars open longer than any bars in the bloody world. Now you're coming back and saying you're not going to pay your GST. That ain't going to fly. We're not going to show you any kind of mercy. So what have you got out of them?
Hey, Thane, you tell me, who is the longest standing DJ on Ponsonby Road?
Well, that's me. Yeah.
So you've paid your GST, I've paid my GST on you. So let's just keep moving forward. What's hospitality about? When you walk into my restaurant, which is Midnight Gardener, what is it about?
Yeah. Is this a quiz?
Just tell me what it's about. What is it when you step across my doorstep? What is it about?
Service.
Sophia, service. What do you think, Thane?
I see a garden. I see a place for people to come together and have some food, drinks. I love it that it's outside. It's unique. It's different.
Yes, it has a roof. I liked the Christmas tree.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stop you there because you're missing a point. Hospitality is the emotions business. Right. You've had a bad day at work. I'm going to go to Midnight Gardener and going to have a beer. I'm going to forget my day of work. I'm actually going to go in there and have a drink and go, I had a tough day today. And I'm going to see a waiter or a waitress and go, have a chat to me and give me some positivity. I am changing your mindset at your day-to-day. We are in the emotions business. When you get your dumplings at Midnight Garden, you go, oh, wow, they taste so good. It's not about looking at the trees and the plants and the hot staff. We're in the emotions business. That is what hospitality is all about.
Well, you're kind of a therapy, aren't you?
100% we're a therapy, and we're a paid therapy. But what happens now is we've been 4 weeks in lockdown, and we are suffering big time. Because all those people are not getting their therapy.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder what they're doing. I wonder how they're taking it out. Maybe, at home.
I hope they're not taking it down the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly. We can't have that at all. Okay, mate. Well, you've done very well. And so, have you made a decision? Are you going to go on for those subsidies that you're going to get? That's with news just broken. They're going to give you some more money. And are you going to open in Delta 2?
Well, we've got the government on their back heels, I would say. We've got them. They're on their back heels. We've done our job. We keep persevering. We are persevering. We want to push these guys back and back and back. I've had a great conversation with Stuart Nash, Grant Robertson, Seymour.
Is Stuart Nash a yes man anyway? Is he listening, nodding, and then going, yes, I like what you're saying. We're going to do absolutely nothing.
Can I say one thing? I had a really one-to-one phone call with Stuart today, and I actually quite enjoyed his commentary. Hey, if bullshitting me, bullshitters always get caught out, right?
Yeah.
So, enjoyed it. He picked up. Grant Robertson didn't pick up a phone call. Seymour, he picked up the phone. So I think the right politicians are picking up the phone.
Interesting. Roberts didn't pick up the phone, but Seymour did. He's been picking up phone calls left, right, and centre. He's doing the extra yards, isn't he? He's working hard.
He's making a play for it.
Yes, I think Seymour's I'd say Seymour is a good fella, mate. I tell you, he is working hard. Grant Robertson, hey, look, it's like the old big baker. You never buy a pie off a big baker, do you? Buy a pie off the skinny baker. He's working hard.
He's a big baker. He looks like a big baker, doesn't he? Yeah.
Hey,
Sam.
Hey, look at me. I'm doing it. I'm drinking lovely gin here. Our conversation. And
do you own that gin, or it's getting a lot of airtime here?
Oh, no, that's the sponsor of the night. Last night was something else.
Fair enough. Luke is Auckland to brace for many more of our favourite hospo joints to close for good after this lockdown. Do you think anyone's going under?
Hey, look, we've had a good thing about it is, how do I say this nicely? Auckland's still in level 4, right? The rest of New Zealand is in level 2. And we've had the foresight of seeing 6 restaurants closed down in Wellington already, redundancies, and we're under level 2. So we've got that vision of what's happening, which is terrible. And these are iconic places are closing down. So when we hit level 2, we're going to see some blood on the table. And we're going to see blood on the table in mentally, financially, and new business going forward. And it's just not us, Thane. Once again, I'm not going to say this again. It's just not us as hospitality. It's the laundry guys, the fruiterer. It's XYZ. It's the small people who support the hospitality, who provide the hospitality, that give the customers, which are you, a fantastic experience.
Can I ask a question? What's your beef with Leo Malloy? Old Leo O'Malley. What's happening there? You guys sometimes online have these little dust-ups. But what? Is that just for show? You're getting some headlines? I mean, because it's pretty competitive out there and you're going to rise above all the noise. Or is there something deeper that we don't know about?
Well, have you seen the movie The Gangs in New York?
Yeah.
Yes.
How the gangs in New York, behind the scene, they all combine. I am Luke Dello from Ponsonby. Leo Malloy is Leo Malloy from the Viaduct. XYZ from Kingsland. XYZ is from Browns Bay. We are combining as a group to fight this forward. Leo and Malloy and I, we've had our little dust-ups before, but it's like an old fight behind the old bike sheds. You have a little fight behind the old bike sheds and you have a biffo. One wins, one loses. But you know what? The next day, We can eyeball each other, and we can actually have a good laugh about things.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you guys can do that.
Yeah, I mean,
you got new glasses. I've not seen these glasses on you before, but you're looking.
Are they blue light glasses?
Oh, these are my computer glasses. And how do I look, guys?
Yeah, good. What's happened on the side of your beard, though? There's a chunk missing on one side, or is that the light?
I think it's grey.
No,
it's the light. Grey. No, that on the left side. What side you left? That side.
Yeah. Hey,
don't put it on me.
May I talk about beards, Sophia?
Eh?
May I talk about beards?
Of course you can talk about beards.
Where do I shave? Because I got told I shave under the jawline. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, I don't have a beard. I can't answer that. But hold on. I get this every time. There he is.
Now, I used to, back in the old days, like, late 90s, have this thing that used to come down to about here. Terrible. Because if you've got a fat face, it just emphasises a fat face. So now I grow my beard right up to pretty up over here, and then I kind of like curve it under. Now, if you have a slender neck, it really helps. You know what I'm saying? So
like me, I've got quite a slender neck.
Yeah, I think you've kept it at a good spot. That looks accurate.
Am I looking like a slim gazelle?
Yeah, you are actually. I thought, Jesus, you look completely different. Just like eating a t-shirt.
I've got 16 kg, Sophia, and I did Dry July, which I'm going to recommend everyone that's listening tonight to do Dry July because of the fantastic experience I've never done in 35 years of drinking.
You know what?
I highly recommend. Sorry, Thane, I can't see you.
You being 15, 16 kegs lighter, you're looking more like the guy off the TV. What's his name? Simon Dello. You actually look a little like Simon.
Wendy Dietrich.
Yeah. That's a wood-winning smile. Hey, let's I'll tell you what we're going to do now. We're just kind of run through our comments. First comment I want to hold there for a second. I want to bring back Benny Mac, our Friday fact checker. Did you pick up any intel in that conversation from a fact checking point of view?
We got a huge amount of intelligence coming through in that last conversation. A few things that I picked up is that alpha male, Luke Dello is now an alpha male. Yeah, the politician of the guy. Yeah, he's dropped 16 kegs and he's become basically that gin sculling alpha male that everyone's afraid of, and it's an imperial great drink. That's a fact. And David Seymour, of course, he's always working. He's a single man. I think we need to get him on the show. We need to get him. I think it's all happening down here in the Walnut Library.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, mate. I'm just going to bring back Luke Dello to the conversation. Luke, you have got David Seymour's phone number. I wonder if you could message him and see if you'd like to appear on the show tonight, or was that a little unprofessional?
No, absolutely. We could get David Seymour, we get Nashi in there, we get whoever. Hey, I'll ring them all up.
Go on, then.
Fantastic. I'm just quickly going over our feedback, everybody. Karina Richards says tonight, transmutation is a requirement after absorbing or compiling draining energies regularly throughout the day. So that means get on the piss in a bar. What else have we got here? Too many people picking up on synthetic electromagnetic frequencies and dwelling. It's there. Thank you again, Karina. More feedback here. What do you think about passports to dine like they do in Europe? What do you think about that, Luke? Have you got any?
I'll repeat that.
Camera's gone.
Are you on a phone call? Is he busy texting?
Yeah. What do you think about that last message? What do you think about passports to dine like they do in Europe?
Repeat that completely.
Okay. The Robin writes, what do you think about passports to dine like they do in Europe?
Yeah, that's an interesting status there. is that I believe that if you're looking after your community, you should be vaccinated, right? Hey, look, and maybe if you're not vaccinated, you should wear a little golden star on your chest or something like that. Just
Lord. No. Back up the truck. You're as bad as Thane.
Hold the line for a second. Let's go back to the fact checker here. Benny Boy, what else have we got here? Too many people picking up on synthetic electromagnetic. Oh, he's in the past. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, he's in Inception now.
Yeah, yes.
You know.
Right,
anyway,
my opinion is that I'm in many businesses and many floors and many levels of business. And if I want to meet someone, I want to know whether they are vaccinated or not. Hey, look, if people are not vaccinated, I've got no issue with that. I've got no issue. But if
it doesn't have to be a star. It could be something else.
But if I'm meeting someone that's not vaccinated, I'm going to say to them, may you please put a mask on?
Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
What do we got here? Adam Corbett. I couldn't get past the 2nd of July. Sorry, Luke.
How do we recognise the non-vaccinated people from the vaccinated people?
I think they don't carry that passport.
Yes, but if I'm in the shopping centre, am I going to everyone I pass? I'm going to go.
No, well, I think that the vaccination, I suppose, it means that you're not going to die from it, so you may experience symptoms, but because you're vaccinated, you won't have, the risk, I suppose, is, you're mitigating that risk for yourself and others, but someone who's not vaccinated for whatever reason may be not, so lucky if they transmitted.
Okay. I'm confused now.
The big conversation, and I think it's a conversation that needs to be, it really does need to be talked out on, because there's going to be a fraction between the world of vaccination and non-vaccination, right?
Yeah, that's true. Hold there for a second. We're just bringing back Benny Mack. You got your mics issues sorted out now, Benny. What have you got to report from a fact-checking point of view?
Okay, so we have run some of the data on the screen, and it's coming back to say that if you are in a restaurant and if you're dining, you'll need to take your mask off in order to dine and drink, of course. But as far as vaccinated people and non-vaccinated people, the information coming through is that even if you are vaccinated, you can pick up the illness, and you can pass it on. And also the efficacy of the vaccine is still being questioned. So these facts and others, the court is out on this. We don't know if it's Pfizer. We don't know if it's AstraZeneca. We don't know if it's Moderna. We just don't quite know. We don't know if they're going to jab us, boost us.
What we do know, though, mate, is that the Prime Minister of Spain is a good looker. Is that right, Sophia?
Oh yeah, I've got some news. I don't know if it's a Prime Minister or a President that has just lovingly sent us 250,000 Pfizer doses, but the guy is hot. Because he is in a position of power and everybody else looks terrible, it's exacerbated, so he looks extra hot. Can we get a Google on that, Benny?
Absolutely. Yep, we're just going to punch that up.
Okay, we'll come back to you, matey. Thank you very much.
That is a fact. He is very sexy, and we would like to say thank you so much for the jabs.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Let's bring back the conversation now. Luke Dillo. G'day, mate. Thanks for waiting.
Maybe you could compare that Spanish guy against my looks.
Yes.
And that'd be interesting to see what the comments are, really.
But if we could get a side-by-side, you're absolutely right.
A nice side-by-side. Yes.
Can Benny do like a screenshot of me now and do a side-by-side? Or?
Yeah, I think we can work that out.
Yeah, we can do it.
I think Benny's working on that right now. Yeah, I can see he's working on that right now.
And just
Okay. Let's get back to our feedback, everybody. Does Luke think the government is utterly tone deaf around support for business and just relying on wage subsidies due to their own ideology? Are you sober enough to answer that?
100% the government is not deaf, but we are asking for more. The government, seriously, the government's doing. Who would want to be in government now? Seriously,
Yeah,
who? Government now. We've got to do a lockdown. We've done the right things. I've put a graph on my Facebook page as that we're actually tracking down the 2020 numbers. So we're going to be out of lockdown in 21 September this year. Hey, look.
Oh shit, we've lost his audio. We've lost your audio, mate. Interesting. Controversial.
What do you think he's saying?
We can't hear you, Luke, anymore. I'm going to have to put Luke back on the shelf there and bring back Fax Man. Can you get us a little picture of the Prime Minister or President, Benny Mac? Benny Mac's got a little dark
Yeah,
here.
absolutely. We have got that here moments away. Let me just share that tab with you there. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. I believe that is the current leader of Spain. Sanchez.
Okay. Let's try and bring back Luke Dello. So I'm just going to put you back over here, and I'm bringing now Luke. That's a side-by-side. So let's have a look at Luke there. And now let's go to the President of Spain. Unfortunately,
Prime Minister of Spain. There he is.
Yeah, we've got Luke again.
Okay.
We don't have any microphone. There's no microphone. We can't hear you.
You need to look more prime ministerial.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, what are the comments saying?
Bring us a suit jacket.
Yeah.
Maybe a tie.
So we'll try and get him. He's going to try and get his things sorted. But thank you very much. It's interesting, side by side, isn't it, Benny boy? Quickly back to the comments here. Yes, Sophia is about the establishment being safe to dine. Yes, and Adam here. Yeah, nah, on the Luke Dello thing. I don't know really what he's saying, but that's pretty much it. Hopefully, Buddy Boy has got his mic sorted out. So let's bring Luke Dello back in. Dello, have you sorted out your mic? We can't hear you for some reason. Very frustrating. Still can't hear you.
Has he spoken yet?
Are you speaking, Luke? No. Let's let him do his thing. Now, can I just get a bit of a recap? We have got the link to the show in the comments, New Zealand, so and around the world. If you want to jump on the show now's your time to jump back in. There is 2 lines open, and we'd love to take your feedback on anything tonight. It is a Friday free-for-all. We've got Benny who will fact-check you as we go. It's a live fact-check. I'm not aware of any other live show that is doing this. So as we are going, so that's the thing that we've got on tonight. And also, if you do make it on with us, hey, guess what? We're going to flip a coin, and we're going to see if you get a $25 voucher to enjoy.
Dressing.
What do you got there, mate?
We're sponsored by Sweet Baby Rose buffalo wing sauce. And I tell you, the efficacy of this product is 100%. That's good for what ails you. And remember, $25 voucher going out tonight. It's a little bit low of a gift, but we're going to give away 3 of them, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But we've got to thank Midnight Gardener Ponsonby for that, because I mean, come on, and who doesn't like gardening at midnight, if you know what I mean?
Can I just also say, I just bump in there, sorry mate, we want to say thanks to Lover Pie, everybody, called Lover Pie. Anybody who comments tonight, they do take away they are in the draw for a 12-pack of Lover Pies.
Would you stop doing that?
Sorry, I'm just making it more interesting by cutting shots now.
I love a pie. If there's one thing that I like to do for breakfast is have a pie, because what you can do is you can get schmancy. What you do is you start for breakfast, you go with the bacon and egg pie. It's like a breakfast meal in the form of a pie. You can either put it in a paper bag, a plastic bag, put it in your handbag, put it under your car seat. It'll stay warm all day. Lunchtime, Mr. Dello.
Dello, you back? Welcome. Can we hear you now?
Yeah, I'm back there. I'm just having another gin and Storm Gin and Imperial Grapefruit Soda. Hey guys,
Hey, we'll come back to you in a second.
I got cut off there for a while.
Did you see the Spanish Prime Minister?
Oh, I'm much better than him. Come on. All I need
we need a suit jacket and a little necktie.
Well, shall I put one on now?
Yeah.
Go on.
That'd be good. Seriously, you're a competitive guy, Luke. Let's not be rolled by the Prime Minister of Spain here.
All right, cut me off for the country. I'll get dressed up if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
come on,
a reminder, Luke. Look at your screen now. This is what you're dealing with.
Oh, easy. No problem.
Sharp features. Sharp features. Okay.
Chiseled jaw.
Yeah. What do you like about him, Sophia? Just if you point it out.
Would you stop doing that?
All right, I'm directing here. Okay, what do you like about him?
Body shot of him, though. He might have a beer batty, Sophia. You never know about his craft.
I think he's got the deep set eyes. He looks a little bit like he could be mysterious. I think he's got the tall, dark and handsome thing going on, but now Thane's taken the photo away, so I can't get a good read on it.
Well, have you not seen the old engine room? Come on, Betty boy. Let's do some research on the engine room. Come on.
Okay, so we're going to do that.
Let's look a bit sort of ill in that photo off to the left. Yeah, Stacey's on it.
Healthier than him. I'd give votes all day long.
Okay, we'll go and get a suit tie on and come back to that and join us. We'll come back to Luke Dello in a couple of seconds, everybody. A lot of fun. And then look at the majestic one of him coming off the plane. Look at that. He looks great. Yeah, looks really good.
Why did you zoom on the pants?
It's not me doing the zooming. We've got some feedback here from Zero. Would like Luke to answer the question. He was halfway through about the government support for business. We'll ask him when he is dressed in a business suit. So we'll ask
That's
him.
the appropriate time to have that discussion and not a moment before.
Absolutely. And then Dylan Reed comes in with, here in South Australia, very few bakeries sell the king of pies, the old mince and cheese. Absolute travesty. I agree with you. Wow.
I agree.
Couldn't live in a country that would do that. That's awful, isn't it?
Even when we were in Bali, there was a Kiwi guy who sold mince and cheese pies, and you could get them delivered for 70 cents with your Gojek driver.
That's right.
Robin, if I was single, I'd tap that. Absolutely. He's a knuckle biter.
Okay.
He's hot.
Let's go back now to our fact checker, Benny Mack.
Lord.
9:43.
What's happening in the library? What is it?
All right, they're going good. Remember Tom Rutherford from the beginning of the show? Remember the freaking Halo dining app? Take the dining room out of the restaurant. It's like the Uber of eating at home.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like they've just driven a Prius into your front room.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, matey. We're going to come back to you because we've got some breaking news here. Just back at his desk now, I see we've got a magician. Please, Luke Dello.
Well, I'm the una cerveza, por favor. La cuenta, por favor. Zosa, por favor.
Yeah. Oh man, wow.
That's the personality for me.
It's like the TVNZ orchestra. It's like some kind of, oh God. You and Tim Shadbolt could get away with it, on a telephone.
So what were people saying about me there, Thane? I got dressed as I was going through.
I don't know. I'd love to hear some comments. Why don't you just message them through in the comments? What do you think of Luke Dello's jacket? Breaking news, everybody. He's come back dressed as
tall
David
jockey.
Hartnell.
Well, can I just explain this jacket?
That jacket's got a story, Luke. Tell it.
This jacket's got a story. This is the Queen Street Cricket Club jacket. This is a charity for low decile schools that we fundraised for. So last year we raised about 600,000, I think we did, and all that money goes back to low decile schools throughout Auckland and New Zealand, in fact. So we gave to Kelso Boys, to Manorua High School. So there's a big charity behind this jacket here, and I think it's a nice little thing to give back to the community.
Oh, fantastic! No, it's looking very good. You leant on the charity thing, and you brought kids in there and stuff, and that's why now we're going to give the jacket a break because you've given it such a story. That type of thing.
Change the game. Shall I get changed?
Yeah, I agree with Sarah.
Luke says Luke needs a hat from Sarah. Thank you very much, Sarah. Yeah, maybe Luke does need a hat on there. Let's have a look.
A top hat. Or a jockey's helmet.
I'm too big to be a jockey.
We're playing make-believe. Okay.
Do
you have one?
No. I've got a whip.
You know what? I'm thinking one more costume change. I don't think that's going to take out the Prime Minister of Spain. Come back in a funeral suit. Come back in a funeral.
Yeah.
What would you wear to a funeral, Luke Diller?
I don't have that. Let's just stay on the line. Come on, let's just stay on the line. Let's have a little look.
What's the alcohol content of that gin?
The thing about this alcohol, Storm Black Wolf gin, is the alcohol's a little bit more. It is 44% proof. Now, normal gins are a little bit lower than that. So that's why I actually quite like this. Look at it.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
It's aggressive.
We're seeing more of your face. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at those eyes. Hello, darling.
That's not what I imagine it to be saying, but hello, darling.
Hello, darling.
Hey, can I give you a bit of can I give you a couple of facts from my house?
Yeah,
man.
Of course.
Okay. First fact.
I'm going to nip off just a second. I've got to get my battery. Stop putting that on the whole thing, Thane.
Okay, no worries. Yep, batteries. Go, Luke. What do you got?
This here is a rock from the Colosseum in Rome.
Wow.
I got this many years ago, probably 20-odd years ago. Is I slipped this into my pocket from the Colosseum, and this is obviously thousands of years old. I actually love this rock. It reminds me of how great Rome is. But every time I touch it, I just feel thousands of people have walked through this bit of rock here. It's amazing. I just love this bit of rock.
Weirdly, to me, it looks like what I imagine crystal meth might look like,
Yeah, probably get about 2 million out of this, but it doesn't break up that well. But crossed out of it, I'll show you another little example of my little history of my house.
Okay, yeah, please.
Put me on hold.
All right, okay. We're going to come back, and we're going now to our fact checker. Please welcome him back, everybody. We've got Benny Mac joining us now. Some facts, anything you can pull out of that conversation?
We picked up a hell of a lot there. We're getting, we're actually, what we're finding out is that the sources are saying that we are tapping into a network of philanthropy. Okay, so it's a very noble sort of gesture that you will see quite often in the upper echelon, the elitists. But I mean, he's not just. But what we're seeing from our knowledge is that he's not displaying any of those sort of 1%er vibes. He's a real man. He's a good guy. He's community minded. He's a provider. He's showing.
Can I just say
skills.
Quickly, Benny? So far, all he's showing us is some magician's jacket and some a rocky stole from Rome. So I want him to up his game if he can.
We're picking up on that from a geological standpoint. That's a big no-no, but I think we'll let it slide. I think looting 25 years ago, I think that's pretty cool. I think that's working back through the alpha male. He just doesn't give a fuck, and that's what I like about him. He's unapologetically cool, and I want to be cool. I want to be like Luke.
everyone wants to just. We'll go back to Luke in a couple of seconds. Thank you very much, Benny Mac. Now it's 10 minutes away from 10 o'clock here on Talkback with Thane and Sophia. Let's welcome back to the conversation Luke Dello with another artifact. Luke, what do you got there?
Oh, Ralph, I've actually been listening to what the comments are here. I'm actually slurring a bit because I've actually gone through a half a bottle of this gin. Hey, no shit, I'm fucking slurring. Okay, hey, I'm on about it, right?
Hey, it wasn't. That wasn't negative. It was just an observation. It's just observation.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, can the
What is that?
See this book here?
Okay.
This is my history. This book here.
Wow. Okay.
This book here, if I can see it, is the telephone directory in 1905.
Stolen? What did you pick?
It's my grandfather's directory.
Wow.
If I go through this, it's amazing history. That's just, I'm sorry it's gone on my phone here, but LD Nathan.
Wow. Hold that up. That's wow. Okay.
LD Nathan. This.
Wow.
The standard. It is an amazing. And my grandfather was a policeman back in the day. It's the Auckland Directory of 1905. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
1905, yeah.
What an amazing book this is. So let's say, look at that.
Wow. What are we looking at?
The history.
Yeah.
What's with that leg thing? What's that little leg emblem?
I'm not too sure, but what was amazing about my so these are people's, like, this is how they found people in Auckland.
Is there any phone numbers in there?
Well, it's funny you should say that, Thane, because there's no phone numbers in here. Is that all it is addresses.
Ah, because they didn't have phones.
But May, if I flip over one more page, the reason my grandfather had this directory is they could actually put a little Scotch bottle in there.
Oh, would you look at that?
And drink while he was working as the Commissioner of Police.
Aha.
Back in the day.
Very sneaky.
Do you like that bit of history?
Yeah, I love that. That's an actual artifact.
Look how deep my thinking goes into that.
Yeah. You've got a big set of mitts on you as well, so I can imagine that's really working the room there.
That's a little bit of history of a bit of artifacts there. So there you go. Am I still slurring?
A little bit. Sarah Gilmore did ask, the book's interesting, but she wants to see the whip. Where is it? Where is it at?
Have you got a whip there?
Sarah, I'm sorry. I do not know you, so you cannot see the whip.
Wow. So an invite only.
But I'm just, Anyway, let's just talking about. I'm a factual person. I'm a factual person.
Fair enough. Hey, does anybody? Here's a little bit of a question for you on another tangent. Does anyone remember their very first phone numbers in Auckland when there were only 6 numbers? Now, I'm out in Avondale. I remember my grandmother's phone number, and sometimes during, just when I've had a few, I like to call it up to see who's actually living and who's got my grandmother's number. And so tonight I thought I'd give it a call just to see who actually has it. Anybody else, Ken?
I'd like to say one thing about my original phone number. If you knew my original phone number, that would be my PIN number to my bank account, alarm system on my bars and restaurants, actually my PIN code on my bank account. So, no, I'm not going to give you that.
Fair enough. Well, do you guys think it's a good idea that I call and see who picks up on my Nana's phone number? Can
we call David Seymour? Because I've been waiting for 20 minutes.
Okay.
Lovingly.
Here we go, guys. We're calling Avondale now, and we'll see if it's an operation.
Despite the number you've dialed is not currently allocated to a phone.
Oh, that's a shame. Okay. So Nana's number is it? I thought someone would have Nana's number, not to be. Moving on. Are you related to Graham Dello?
Yes, yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Who is he?
Yeah, Assistant Commissioner of the Police, and he's my uncle. And yes, I am.
Okay. Next question here. So, Luke, your grandfather was the Commissioner of Police. Yes, you're confirming that. Right, okay, and Michelle's saying it won't work, you need 7 digits. Oh, yeah, I know. I put the 8285 in the number. Thank you very much. So there you go. Hey, Luke, we're coming back to you in a split second. We're just going to check in with our facts guy. Welcome back to the show. Benny Mac, Fact Guy Friday Fact Guy.
He's in the hot seat.
Reporting from the freaking Walnut bloody library here, and I can tell you this much, as far as what you were saying about Nana's number, by all accounts that should have gone through, so I don't know what's going on there.
Okay, yeah, I think no one's taken up Nana's number. I've called it about 8 years ago. It was a lovely Indian family,
yes.
But it was connected. Now it's not connected, and it's a real letdown. I thought I was going to have some magic tonight, obviously, but not to be.
Okay, and just in regards to Granddaddy Dallo, we ran a check on the name. Yes, it did come up. We can confirm Commissioner of Police. And actually, everyone in Luke's family is actually Commissioner of Police, including his uncle. So that checks out. 1905 checks out. The Streets and Suburban Directory. It is indeed a genuine document. But of course,
wow.
I mean, I'm sitting in a library here full of thousands of books. And the one book that Luke Dello gets excited about is one that he can store a bottle of Hirchin. I see how this diet works, man. He switched to white spirits. I get it.
Right.
I like this
that
guy.
rock he's got lying around,
and he's got that huge rock. So I think it all checks out. Those are indeed the facts.
Thank you, Benny.
What a great outro. Back to Luke Dello now, bringing him in the conversation. Stacey's got an interesting message here, Luke. She is saying, I think I know Luke's PIN number, if it hasn't changed, that is.
Stacey does know that PIN number, so I should change it. Hey, maybe our Prime Minister's husband knows where the origin of this rock comes from.
Oh, I'm sure he'd have a good idea.
Oh, look at him. I love it. Stirring the pot tonight.
Just saying.
Okay. Hey, how can we get a hold of David Seymour?
Well, I've given you the number.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh,
can you guys have a chat and I'll...
Do I have to do everything on the show?
Yeah, seems like it tonight.
Whose show is it?
You're very reliable. Thank you for that.
I'm going to take a break. You guys are going to chat. I'm bringing Benny Boy to take over the anchoring duties. I'm going to track down Seymour, everybody. So I'll be back in about 2 minutes.
Sophia, how's your daily exercise going these days?
My daily exercise. Thank you for asking. That makes me feel fantastic and a wee bit fat.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying how you can be mentally fit.
Oh, you know what? I actually, when it was raining, I didn't go out at all. And it makes a difference, doesn't it?
Oh, it makes a huge difference.
I love a good walk. And, but we're taking out a trike. One of the trikes with a handle that you have to push, and the child's feet go unbelievably too fast because it's all connected and you're pushing fast and it gets a bit stressful. And then the other two Wallies, our other children, are up the front. They're going too far. They don't know the meter rule. So whilst it's lovely to get some exercise, it's actually really stressful.
Yeah, I mean, I think just the fact that having 2 children under 10 is enough to keep your metabolic rate at such a height that you're just burning fat all day. Just having them running around the house, stressing you out, getting under your feet, lack of sleep. It's all good for the health. I think it's a perk.
Well,
perk to being a mum.
21 beats per
minute. That checks out.
It's only, I think it's 120. Fact checker, can you just check that 121 beats per minute?
Oh, exactly. I mean, if you can get your sustained resting heart rate up to 121 beats per minute and your body temp up to like 38, you're cooking.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's great.
Sure.
You're in such a great state that you're radiating heat. You don't even need to turn on the heat pump. You don't even need to put on an extra duvet or wear slippers. You can just rock around in shorts and singlet and bucking jandals in the middle of winter, walk down to the Foursquare, get a loaf of Tip Top and some Manca, and you're good to go. So, I mean, whatever it is, if your heart rate's too high, you got to look on the bright side of things. If it's too low, you got to look on the bright side of things. It could be too high.
Thank you very much. Ben, we'll come back to you. Thank you very much for filling in for me. I really appreciate it. Guys, just a quick update. I've texted David Seymour. I've got his phone number there. I've given him the link to the live show. And by the grace of God, maybe he's going to connect tonight and we're going to have a little bit of a live chat with him. So that's going to be a very exciting development. So fingers crossed that happens tonight. From their messages, 3 under 5, I'll be chiseled.
Oh, yeah. I've got 11, 10, and almost 4. And I feel for people in lockdown who've got like 3 kids that are under 5 because they don't get it. And it's really stressful for them. And they want to go and do their normal things. And they don't understand. Valentine is always asking if we can go to the playground. And it was actually quite sad the other day. She was like, we can't go to the playground because of COVID. And then she took out a measuring tape and started measuring the areas of the tables and couches. And she said she was measuring for COVID distance.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, gosh, isn't it?
Wow. It was actually heartbreaking.
Yeah. And the other thing is all the kids are going to grow up now knowing how to Zoom. And, this is the new normal, isn't it? Doing what we're doing here today, being on computers and whatnot. Nothing back from David Seymour. He has read my text, everybody. So he could be jumping on his computer now and he could be joining us very shortly. Let's get everybody commenting now. If you've got kids, give us your actually, what should we get them to text in? We need someone to text in because we want to put you in the draw for these pies. Lover pies, 12. I've got to give away before we leave at 10:30. So if you want them now,
give away, Thane Kirby.
What was that?
I do have a bottle of champagne to give away tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you give yourself and how are we going to do this?
Well, I just think everyone that texts in, whoever's listening tonight, text and Luke Dello, they all go into the draw for a bottle of champagne. Barford and Thompson, Luke Dello, real estate.
Can I ask what champagne do you have? What are you hooking off? The champagne?
Charles Heinzek. It's one of the better ones.
Okay, well, that's pretty very good. Let's see.
So you just have to text Luke's name in. Is that right?
That's right.
It's a nice ego stroke for Luke in his wonderful jacket. He just wants to feel it, to see the name, to absorb it, to just revel in that recognition.
Yeah, absolutely.
And someone's going to win that champagne.
Got to know.
Champagne.
They've got
almost there. Just
Luke.
Say those 2 magical words.
I think Luke wants to see his actual name on screen, guys, yet again. So,
thanks, Rob.
Luke Dello. Yeah.
She's in the drawer. How do we draw it? Has someone got a hat? We can put names in and give it a shake.
Well, Benny sort that out with his code of silence in his little oak room.
Yes.
Isn't it? That's not the first time Stacey Hart's written the name Luke Dello. She used to work for you, didn't she, back in the day?
Oh, Stacey was a great lady. She was my PA and marketing manager at Chapel Bar and Bistro and looked after a lot of my assets, a Sale Street Chapel Bar and another one of my establishments. And but she's moved on in good stead, and now she is a very good brand ambassador for many other brands. So good on you, Stace. I'd just like to say a quick araha to Stace.
Why don't you give Stacey one of those patented Luke Dello smiles? There you go. Give it that. Fantastic.
There you go.
That's perfect. Luke, how did you feel when Sales Street came up? You're an old owner of Sales Street. Sales Street came up as one of the first locations of interest.
Well, it was always going to be a location of interest just because of the size. Headquarters, my friend Leo Malloy, his place is as big as the Sales Street, and it's just a size matter thing. So if you've got a big bar, you've got to get you got to get a lot of people through, right? And they're going to be of many races. So whether they're from the church of Mangere there or whatever, HQ or whatever, they just come through and mingle.
Okay, fantastic. We have got, if you hold there for a split second, we're going to go back to Benny Boy now. Hold the line for a second, Luke. Benny Boy, you got an update on some facts regarding Luke Dello?
Yeah, actually, to be honest, in that last piece, I get a feeling that Luke was talking quite cryptically and he wasn't letting anything slip. He was actually talking very matter-of-factly. My intuition didn't pick up a lot on that last sequence, and that's a fact, Jack.
Wow, it's getting better with that, guy, isn't it? Thank you very much,
I like the sign-off.
Yeah.
I like the sign-off.
Luke, is that water, or are we still tucking into the gin?
Oh, we're still tucking into it. But Thane, do we have any breaking news?
Oh, do you want a breaking news thing? I don't have a breaking news thing, but I've got a spicy topic. If you've got a spicy topic, you got a spicy topic? Okay, hold the line. Here we go.
We got that breaking news.
I've got some breaking news for everybody here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome David Seymour. He's about to connect. Look at it. How about that? The legend is just about here. Here he is, everybody.
Hello.
No, we can't hear you, David.
Good evening. What's this all about?
Well, we've got a little live show that goes out. It's called Talkback with Thane and Sophia. That's Sophia up there, David. Luke Dello,
hello.
Welcome to the show.
Good to see you again, Luke.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
He went to the meeting today. I think he's pretty rapt that people are listening to him, and so he's pushing back a couple of gins tonight and said, let's call David Seymour and get him on the show tonight. So welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. Very good of you to have me on.
How are you dealing with the rise of popularity? Because you're doing everything right, mate. We find us looking at you, you're killing it on social media and you're saying the right things. And in a lot of people's minds, you are pretty much the leader of the opposition type thing. What's your secret?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's about me. I think it's about what's going on out there, that people are just saying, look, no one's really speaking for us. This government got elected fundamentally because a whole generation couldn't afford houses. Haven't really done anything about that. They keep saying they're doing a great job with COVID. The truth is we're an island and everything here happens last, so we sort of do it after everyone else. And then there's a whole lot of other stuff going on where people just say, I don't know, what are you trying to do with three waters? I mean, it depends how far into politics you want to go, but there's just a whole lot of things where people just feel a disconnect with the government, and we're just trying to speak up and reflect what we're hearing from people. So no, it's pretty simple, really. It's not about me. It's about the circumstances. I'm worried about our little country.
What do you think to the elimination strategy of the government? Is that the way forward, where other countries around the world aren't necessarily going into that direction?
Well, put it this way. I mean, it can't carry on forever if the rest of the world's not doing it. Because if the rest of the world quits with elimination and says, look, the virus is going to get out, we can't really stop it, let's just get people vaccinated, get good treatments, make sure that we've got good contact tracing and basically keep it under control. If that's what the rest of the world's doing, then, we're going to ask ourselves, how long can we have a hard border and lockdown the way we are now in Auckland, every time something gets difficult? And at some point, people are going to say, look, if that's our future, young people will just leave and the government can't borrow money forever. So, sooner or later, we've got to face up to a bit of reality.
What strategy do you see working, in terms of opening borders, and how would you see that working in the future if you were in control of that decision?
Well, first of all, we'd just be a lot more open about it and say, look, here's the basic strategy. We'd say, look, we got to get way better at testing. Like, this whole shove the thing up the nose, nasopharyngeal, it's too slow, too uncomfortable. In the UK, well, in the UK, they have home test kits, which actually look a lot like pregnancy test kits, except you spit on them. And
wow.
Yeah, and so people wake up and they do a test, and if they've got COVID, they stay home. So they're reducing the amount of people. Now that's just one thing. Then there's saliva testing, and then there's the contact tracing. So there's a whole lot of things that you can do that actually mean that while it might still be around, you can stop it spreading, and a lot better. Vaccination's really key. I mean, I just think people should look up, form their own view, but basically when you read through it all, vaccination is going to reduce the number of people going to hospital, and then just say, look, we can't hold out forever. We've got to get back to business, and you can do it for a year, maybe you can do it for 2 years, but we can't be isolated forever. So we'd just be honest with people about that and say, here's the plan, here's the new technologies, and at some point we're going to start prioritizing a lot of other stuff, because kids missing school, not good for the long future. The businesses that rely on having contacts, that they've gone overseas, they've made business contacts, well, they're not making any new ones, and the old ones they had are wearing out. And then the government says, oh, we're going to send 400 people to Expo because that's important, but all the other people in business don't get that opportunity. So we just be a lot more upfront, say that we're going to change strategy, here's how we're going to do it, and then let people start planning for it. Whereas at the moment, it's all, oh, well, everything changes so much, we can't be sure.
Yeah, we spoke to Bomber Bradbury a couple of nights ago about COVID, obviously, and policy. And his thoughts were that based on the modelling, even at 90% vaccinated as a country, we would still not be able to handle the deaths and the hospital treatment within our country. We don't have the morgue capacity and the hospitals can't handle it. Do you have any ideas around how we can kind of, I guess, get to a point where we can actually handle having people with COVID and opening up and operating with it, living in the community, I suppose?
Well, I don't know if he's right about that. I mean, the UK, they're only at sort of 70%, and people are dying at the moment from COVID in the UK. I mean, let's be clear about that. You can't keep it out forever, and at some point it will probably kill more people in New Zealand. But the UK is functioning. The hospitals are not overwhelmed. So, yeah, I'd question them about that. But I mean, I think certainly we need to think about what we do with our hospital capacity, because at the moment, some of the feedback we get from nurses, they say we're working a 16-hour shift in 8 hours. It's just not sustainable. And again, the danger is they go to Australia, and then it gets even harder for the ones left.
We've got a message, here we go, Adam. We have people here who can't tell the truth at the hospital reception, let alone self-testing each morning and being trusted not to go out.
But do you think that's because they're afraid of the test? I think a lot of people are afraid of the means of testing, going into the nose. I was afraid of it. I've had one test and it was actually fine, but the lady was very gentle because she knew I was quite nervous. But I had to take my children in, and now all of my kids have had it, and it was actually horrific. So I think there's a lot of fear-based stuff around that, and that especially in Middlemore, it's fast-paced environment. They're not going to hold your hand and go slow.
Yeah, look, I mean, here's the basic proposition. I want to shove this thing up your nose, and if it comes out the wrong way, you have to stay home for 14 days. Now, we all want to do the right thing, but with all the propositions I've had, that's not one of the more attractive ones. So you can understand how some people are going to be a bit reluctant, and good on you for doing it, even though you're afraid. But you can understand why some people won't. Whereas I've done the saliva testing now a couple of times, and it's a bit embarrassing the first time because I forgot to take the lid off and I couldn't work out why it wasn't going on the tube. But once I got over that problem, it was pretty sweet, really.
Oh, good. We've got some more stuff here. Love what you're saying, David. We need to live with the virus. Some people will die, and that's sad. Spend the money on hospital equipment.
Because I think in the UK, with the influenza kills something like 30,000 people a year, which is 80 people a day or something, but that's what's happening with COVID, with the COVID numbers as well. So I suppose it's becoming over there not too dissimilar to influenza.
Yeah, I mean, over time, like you got to remember the flu that we get every season. I mean, that's like the descendant of the Spanish flu that killed, millions of people in 1918 and 19. So viruses over time, I mean, viruses don't want to kill you. They just want to spread and go to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
If they kill you, they actually makes their job harder. They want you to keep moving around and spreading it, ideally. So over time, the virus that hurts you less actually has more chance you'll pass it on. So they'll become weaker over time. I mean, that's almost certainly true. But I'd just say a bit about the flu comparison. I mean, I don't think those numbers are quite right. I think it's about 600 or 700 people die of the flu each year in New Zealand. Whereas if you look at
the UK, that was the UK.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Whereas
it's 500 in New Zealand.
Yeah. But if you look at so if you look at like Scotland, so their population's about 5.5 million, so same as us. And then you look at how many people die in Scotland in a normal year, and it was about 30,000 people. Well, last year 38,000 people died. So like there's all these people that say, oh, COVID doesn't really kill you, and they don't record the deaths properly, and it's not fair, and all the rest. And I get all that, but end of the day. Normally 30,000 people die in Scotland. COVID comes along, 38,000 people die. So, that's like 8,000 extra people dying. So that's real. And that's why you got to get vaccination, tracing, treatments, all that kind of stuff to reduce that. Because apart from people dying being really bad, it's not just the COVID, it's all the people that, get pushed out of a hospital bed because the hospital's full, and then people, have other problems. So it's all of that you got to think about. So we should take it very seriously.
Totally. Look, Dello, you got a question? What are you on about, mate?
Oh, David, we had a pretty robust conversation today. It was pretty good, and thank you for your time as being a member of Parliament. What did you take out of that conversation today?
Sorry, I just supporting hospitality right now. Look, the main thing I got out of it was just how hard people have worked to get back to level. So like just about everyone there was saying we actually had just got back to, maybe 95% of our pre-COVID sales. And now this happens. So that was sort of a new thing for me. There's a lot of other stuff that, to be honest, I wasn't really asking the questions because I didn't know the answer. I was asking because I wanted everyone else to hear the answer. But, these business people, they give up a lot, they borrow a lot, they actually play often quite a sort of a pastoral care role for their staff. They care about their staff, they're paying extra money to top them up right now that they often don't have. They're supporting them on mental health grounds. They have a lot of mental health problems themselves. And just the fact that running a business is doing a whole list of practical things every day. One of the guys there, he's got all his food in a big refrigerator, compressor brakes, $2,000. You can't not fix it because if you lose all your food, that's another $2,000. Do you have $2,000 today? No, because he hasn't sold any drinks or food because he's shut. So yeah, all of that. Which you asked me what I learned. I mean, I could have told you most of that beforehand, but the point of the exercise was for other people to hear that, because I think a lot of it's just like, oh well, you run a bar, you're rich, and you're probably making money off people getting drunk, so bugger you. I think we showed a different side of that today.
Speaking of getting drunk, what do you drink?
The person here is really Thane Kirby. He's had the longest standing DJing spot on Ponsonby Road at Chapel Bar in Bishop. How many years, Thane?
I started probably when you opened, maybe 2 years in. So when did you start?
I think it's been 14 years.
14, 15 years, I think.
It was a year when we got together, which is 13 years. So it would have been 14 years, I think.
Yeah.
And prior to 1995 as the King of Rock or the Duke of Rock, I think.
Oh yeah, that radio hierarchy, rock and roll radio, rock and roll radio, and you were at Park in the Bar. Hey, David, can I ask what do you drink when you are drinking alcohol?
Oh, almost never. I quit. So I felt like I had my share, and I got to let the rest of the world catch up. But
I did the same thing. Good for you.
Yeah, feels great, eh? All that extra energy.
It's so great. I do drink coffee though. That's my last vice.
Oh, it's way harder. I think it was Keith Richards said it's actually harder to quit coffee than heroin, and he'd know.
Yeah, totally. What's your favourite pie?
Steak and cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Went to the Fairley Bakehouse down on the South Island. Man, that was good.
Messages here. ACT gets at innovative, logical. Labour are all about the emotional votes. Do you think that's true?
Yeah, I mean, they've played the game better than us in one way, is that they understand what they need to say to get the sort of marginal voter over the line. And I mean, I'm not one of those people who says Jacinda Ardern's, stupid and all the rest. I mean, she's very smart at doing certain things, but sadly, she's really good at the selling. She's not so good at the delivering, and it's a little bit like she's like a business with a great sales department and a really bad engineering department. So I admire her for what she's done. I just don't think it's going to solve our problems, and that's basically what that person was saying.
Everybody goes on about that 1 o'clock bulletin, and she gets so much airtime, and it's a party political broadcast. Do you agree with that? Does that make sense? I mean, she's on TV a lot, right?
Oh yeah, but I mean, what we're hearing is it's turning against her. People are so angry about it because she's overdone it. But you're right. I mean, look, what they should do is publish all the information, and then if the Prime Minister wants to come in then and answer and explain it, then she can. But instead, what she does is she stands up and makes us listen to her for 20 minutes and then tells us the information. And I'm like, hang on, I'm a taxpayer. Actually, I paid for that information to be gathered. I pay for the Ministry of Health staff to go out and do the tests and create the spreadsheets and do all that stuff. That's my information. You just publish it on a website, let all the journalists read it, let all of us think about it, and then if you want to get some time in the sun, come and talk about it. But instead, she uses her position to basically use this taxpayer-funded information to help make a political broadcast, and I think that's wrong.
Right. That's an interesting viewpoint, actually. I haven't thought about it that way. I have had feelings about, the 1 o'clocks, but that's a really interesting way of looking at it. I do feel like we don't get all of the information, which I think makes me feel a little bit out of control. I like to have my information, my ducks in a row, so I can plan. I've got a lot of stuff on myself, like most New Zealanders. And I think it's hard when you can't make a plan for what you've got coming up or how to recover from what you are losing while you're in lockdown, those sorts of things. And, even waiting from, till Monday to figure out whether or not we're going to come out of level 4. It's a stressful time because you kind of have to prepare for another week if they decide that's the way it's going to go. That's a lot.
Yep. No, look, and this is why we've said they should be focused on well-being, and it's a little bit like what we got out of talking to a dozen hospitality operators today. All these people, they basically planned around a level 2 being a certain way, and then with no notice, the government says, "Oh, we have got this new Delta level 2." Sorry, it doesn't work for most hospitality businesses because it's unprofitable. And if they actually said, "Look, back in May, Delta's going to change, guys. If we go to level 2, it'll probably be like this because the old level 2 won't work with Delta." Then okay, that would really suck, but at least people could plan. And the thing they're saying now is, what if level 1's different? Level 2 is different. What if we can't make a profit at level 1 either?
And it's not enough to say that we didn't know, because we knew it was going to come. It was inevitable. There was no way it wasn't going to come to this. And it feels like we're on the back foot and we're just, trying to get the heads above water. And it's like, where's the plan? I need leadership and I need to know what's going to happen next.
Okay, well, I think we can let you finish your dinner. What are you eating there? Is it a mixture of yogurt and some kind of?
Is that a McFlurry?
No, it's a McFlurry. M&M. The McDonald's down the road because I'm in Wellington.
Luke's got a question. Hold on.
And this not about today. This is about the future. If my daughters or my sons want to get into politics, what is one bit of advice for my daughters and sons?
Oh, look, I'd just say, you got to ask the question, who do you do it for? Because if the answer is you, then probably don't go into politics. If people ask me, it's just for the simple idea that everybody gets the opportunity to make the most of themselves. And that's why we did charter schools, because fundamentally, there's a whole lot of kids, mostly Maori Pacific kids in this country, don't really get a chance in education. And we got to change that. So, I do it for the person that doesn't get a chance, at least give them a chance. I'm not into handouts forever, but I'm interested in the people that don't get a chance. So they got to ask themselves the question and really think about it and have a good answer. Who am I doing it for?
Fantastic. We're going to let you go there, mate. Thank you so much.
All right. Hey, look, real good of you to get in touch. Yeah, nice to see you guys. See you later.
Yeah, absolutely. See you later. See you soon. David Seymour, everybody. What a top bloke. Dello, hold the phone. We're just going to bring our fact checker in. Anything left or right there, Freddie?
Yeah, I think it all checks out. He seems to be a fairly realistic type of guy,
Yeah.
A realistic guy. He's personable. So, if you're a personal, realistic guy, that's great. But yeah, it all checks out with him. He's very, I wrote down intelligible.
Yeah. Can I just say, guys, how incredible it is. It's our 5th show, and we've had David Seymour on the show. How good is that, right?
Oh, he's a machine. He's a professional operator. He's an Auckland Grammar old boy and an Auckland University graduate. So he's an Aucklander through and through, the leader of the ACT Party since 2014, holding the fortress strong for the people of Epsom, I call him a mop. Member of Parliament. He's mopping the place up, keeping it clean,
Can I just say, though, Benny Mac, and I appreciate your comments, he inherited a shit show. Let's face it, ACT was a little bit of a joke there, wasn't it? I mean, ACT,
he danced his way into our hearts, mate. He did.
Absolutely.
He danced his way into our hearts on Dancing with the Stars. He just took it and just sort of put a little pirouette on it. And even celebrity basketball, this guy does it all, whether he's making his way around the dance floor or dribbling a ball down a basketball court in short shorts and a little tee. He's going to do it, look good doing it. He not only is he intelligible, he's eligible. He's an eligible bachelor. I want to get this guy a date. Anyone in Wellington, we want to put the love connection up there,
I love that he's logical. He's logical and straightforward, and I like that. He makes sense.
Thank you very much, Benny. We'll come back to you very shortly. Thank you. That's our fact checker on a Friday night, Benny Mac. Well, what do you make of that, Luke Dello? Comments from you? How exciting.
I didn't realise he was a bachelor, though. Did I? Is he a bachelor?
Bachelor, yeah.
Is he a bachelor?
I'd say it's quite a busy job.
He doesn't really talk about jobs. Yeah, he doesn't really talk about his personal life. I pressed him on his personal life a while ago on a radio interview, and he's just not interested in going there. For him, really, it is about politics. And, the other stuff is like, forget about it. I'm not here to talk about personal life.
I respect that a lot.
Yeah.
But there's a life behind politics, right? You got to, in my life, you've got to have business, you've got to have life and XYZ, right? So you got to have those factors, or you get a bit bored, a bit stale. So you don't want to be totally. I'm quite surprised he's a bachelor. He's a great guy. I really enjoyed talking to him today. He was really, it's so articulate.
Yes. Yeah. Him and Seymour. Sorry, Seymour and Cindy. So those two are very articulate, very smart operators, and they're very well matched. And I reckon Seymour's going to give it a good go. He'll be very surprised.
Yeah.
Maybe not the next election, but definitely the one after. He's just got to keep on doing what he's doing. And by the look of it, he's absolutely nailing it every day. That guy's seriously politically leveling up, and it's really good to watch. Because he looks like a young chap. Didn't he look youthful under those lights in Wellington?
He didn't. He had a lovely jumper on.
I didn't
It looked like a cashmere jumper or some sort of wool. It looked, like southern, but conservative, and
gosh, look,
got it going on.
Look at that jacket. He's flashing that jacket.
He's peacocking around. Luke Dello's peacocking around in his little jacket. It's very nice colours there, Luke.
It's like Ponsonby Fashion Week all over again. Look at this guy.
Can I talk about something else?
Yeah, change the subject. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. What about this Rugby 12s tournament, the 13s tournament? Do you know anything about it?
No.
Like the idea, all the best players in the world are going to get.
It's stylish, Stacey. I agree. Sorry.
Yeah, well, you got to put a bit of sports into your talkback, don't you?
Okay, we're prepared to do that.
Do you know anything?
Maybe.
About
I like Formula One. Does that count?
Oh my God, Formula One's so sexy.
It is. I went to Singapore to go to the Formula One, and it was amazing. But here's the less than satisfactory part of it. And you can't really see anything.
Oh, no. At least you're above the pit lanes drinking mum champagne. You can see quite a lot.
I don't have the jacket for that. I wasn't invited. Well, I would have loved to have been nearer the pits, but it's just, the view you get from the TV, you get all angles, it's all going on. But
yeah.
One thing better
is
tennis, the tennis tournaments like, the Melbournes or the USA Opens, they are amazing tournaments. But my most favourite tournament would be the Melbourne, the Australian Open. I love watching the tennis there. Have you watched that, Thane or Sophia?
The New Zealand one
live.
Yeah. I like the Melbourne Open. That's nice. I do like the More FM female volleyball championship they used to have at the Stanley Street after the Heineken Open.
Oh, yeah.
And that TV2 used to play some highlights on that. And that again, it's minimal, the uniforms, but it's so precise what they do out there on the sand. And you got to commend those guys. Absolutely. What else?
Were they guys or were they women?
Just on sports. Did you watch the Paralympics with the javelin thrower? The lady javelin thrower?
No,
I didn't. Walk us through it.
He threw the javelin the wrong way.
What?
Oh, gosh.
They threw it into it. It was crazy.
Not in the crowd.
Yeah, it was so... Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Bless, that's not a good start, is it?
Well, Luke, what do you reckon to sponsoring the show? You can see the pulling power we've got. Mainly thanks to you.
Mainly thanks to you, but
Yeah. It's been a good show tonight. Friday.
Great supporter of Thane Kirby and Sophia Kirby. I like it. Like Barth and Thompson, Luke Dello would support this. And, looking at... I don't know. What do you think, listeners? Shall I sponsor this great radio station so it keeps on going for years and years and years?
Yeah, that's right.
I look forward to the...
every single night except Sunday, because I'm at chapel. It's going from 9 to about 10:30, everybody, live here on the Talkback with Thane and Sophia Facebook page, Twitch page, or YouTube page, and also my personal page. We've got to find a winner, mate.
$5 per text. I sponsor for Barth and Thompson Ponsonby Real Estate.
Oh, wow. How many texts have we had? Is that over the week?
No, from now.
Okay.
But what?
Guys, hang on. We can make a good run out of this, guys. He's going to sponsor us $5
from the start of the night. From the start of the night.
from the start of the night,
Come
whatever.
on.
Can everybody just comment? Everybody just pick up your device now and comment as much as you can, because, yeah, this could mean that we can pay stuff.
We can keep the lights on here, guys.
We want to pass ZB and National Radio, right? Don't we?
Totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is someone who watched the Paralympics?
Yeah, Michelle says, Luke, I absolutely loved it. Okay. Yes, thank you, Ben. And you can comment as many times as you like. Same person, doesn't matter. It's still a text.
Fantastic. Look at this. They're coming in through now.
Yeah.
Duke Lello. That's a great
yeah.
name, Duke Lello.
Remember the old George FM days?
Oh, mate. Fantastic. Man. But it wasn't Chapel Bar, while you're there, wasn't Chapel Bar and George just like made for each other? We were at the right place at the right time, weren't we?
The combination we have between we're peas in a pod, beautiful people working at FM, coming down to the chapel, complimentary drinks, complimentary lunches, and hey, look, things worked, and that's the way business is these days. Is you've got to, if I can give any advice to any new business owner, walk with the giants and give to the giants. You will make money.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're making money right now. Do you see what's happening?
Yeah. Big thanks to Luke Dello, Barfoot and Thompson. Remember,
keep it going, guys. We've got a few more minutes here. Yes, hey, Adam. Thank you.
Quickly, Luke, how is the real estate market going? Don't bore us. What's going on?
Okay, I'll give you true facts in about 20 seconds. Look, guys, interest rates are going up to about 4.5%. You need to get into your real estate market right now. Lock your loans in. If you cannot afford it, borrow money, because you'll make money in 5 to 10 years. First-home buyers, do not look for just standalone houses. Buy townhouses that are connected. You'll make money. Oh, just because it's a little bit cheaper to buy into. Just get your foot into real estate. Get your foot into. Do not buy it. My personal opinion: do not buy apartments. Buy townhouses.
And what is the best suburb in Auckland to buy your first home?
Hey, look, all suburbs in Auckland are good to buy in Auckland. Just make it happen. Just honestly, just chip in. Put up with those lattes. Honestly, it's not a latte. It's a fucking more than a latte. It's putting up with $20,000 in future spending. But when you give up that, you'll make money. Just get into real estate. Please give me a call, 027-291-0476. I'll give you some good advice on buying real estate. Buy dirt. Give me a call. I'll help you. I'm not an agent that.
I want to see if he picks up his phone. He's gone.
Oh, that's you. What are you ringing me for, Thane? Did we cut out there?
I just want to see if he pick up your phone.
Oh.
It's calling for real estate advice.
No, but
I'll hang up. Forget about it. Okay, so look at the messages.
All the listeners out there, I will help you in finding a good real estate proposition. I'm not a bullshitter. I'm a realist. I've done it before.
We've got a question there about housing.
Yeah.
Call that Jody's. Yeah. Quick question. If you own a house and rent it out and buy a new property, what taxes do you get stung with? Oh, yeah, you do. Excuse me.
You get stung with taxes there. I think it's Jody. You will get stung with taxes. But Jody, let's have a little chat and I'll sort that out with you.
He's got a way around it, does he? He's got some ideas.
Yes, I do.
I like it.
Okay. But hey,
should we count all of our comments then?
Okay, yeah, I'll do that now. Here we go, Luke. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. That's the first 100 down. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. It's the
second.
First, yeah. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. Look, I could. Oh boy, there's a lot of text. I can count.
We'll cut you a deal. We'll cut you a deal.
Go 250. Let's go $500.
A show. Excellent. Done. Thank you, Luke Dello, Barfoot and Thompson Real Estate. We love you.
Fantastic. All right, guys. I think we've ended the show on a high. We've come off we've had a big advertorial there with Luke Dello, but look, he's deserved. He's thrown $500 in to make sure this show.
David Seymour.
Yeah, and David Seymour, I'd like to thank him and everybody else who's made contact. The other thing is we're back tomorrow night from 9 o'clock. So do jump on as well. Again, we'll give away the pies. We'll bring back that champagne, and we'll find someone and private message you with the $25 vouchers to Midnight Gardener, and that's on Ponsonby Road. So yeah, I want to thank Luke. Thank you very much, mate. Join us tomorrow if you can. Yep.
I'll try to. I'll put it out.
Not like you're going to go anywhere, are you? Anyway. All right, mate. All right, catch you later, mate. I'm getting rid of him. I'm bringing back for the last time tonight, time check 20
Benny boy.
11, our fact checker on a Friday. What do you got, mate?
Okay, we got a lot of info out of that last one there, but what we derived from it effectively is people looking and are kind of getting hyped and trying to figure out how we're going to do events in the COVID future. And what we've got here is we have got a list. I think we've got about top 10 list here of events from New Zealand history that we're going to be bringing back as soon as we get everybody vaccinated. How does that sound?
That sounds great. Fantastic.
It sounds nice.
So here we go. The 1986 TVNZ Telethon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love a good telethon.
I love a telethon. We should do a telethon.
We just did, didn't we?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it worked.
As soon as this is over, as soon as we've chipped everyone, we're going to be bringing back the 1986 telethon. Okay, and here we go. The 1989 Krypton Factor Finals.
Fantastic. Wow.
What is that?
Oh, it's an old TV show. You can Google it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Googleable. It's Krypton, KRYPTON. Look it up. There we go. We are steamrolling through history. The 1990 Commonwealth Games.
Guess what? Fun fact for everybody, I was there at the opening ceremony, and also I was working for TVNZ pulling cables for like $6 an hour. So yeah, that brought back some memories. I'm glad you did that. This is the moment we are together. Yeah, it was beautiful. Keep going.
Okay, so yep, that was a superb moment. We were all there, and we were at the 1999 Christmas in the Park.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
Oh, Y2K.
Oh, it just chokes you up.
You are choked up. Hey,
and that was a good old time.
Can we let's just move on, everybody. Adam brings up a very good point. We need an actual topic tomorrow. We need something to aim for. So let's think on it. We will come prepared tomorrow, 9 o'clock. We will steer you into a topic. Okay?
I also have to say, I have to agree. Wheel of Fortune was amazing.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'm thoroughly enjoying this interaction as well. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Everybody, Benny, fact checker, people commenting and watching.
I'm going to let you go there. Thank you, matey.
I'm just going to quickly race through these last events just to get them out the gate. Okay, we've got, of course, the America's Cup Parade, 1995. The 2007 Round the Bays. Everyone loved that. I had a hernia 15 yards from the start line, and they dragged me over there. Over the line. The 2003 Auckland Christmas Parade. I was there dressed as a pumpkin. Smile and wave. That's what they said to me at the pre-match. And of course, the street riots. I was there at the street riots, the Springboks. I was wearing a baseball helmet, raging in the streets. Good night, everybody. That's enough for me.
Night.
And that's a fact, Jack.
Oh, I love it. I love that guy. He's fantastic. He's our fact checker.
He's great.
We're watching our TV show on Neon tonight. What is this after this? What are we on?
Oh, no, it's not on Neon. It's on Amazon Prime. And it was the one we were supposed to watch last night, but we were busy and then got talking. 9 Perfect Strangers. Yeah,
Nicole Kidman. It's saucy, but it's well worth it. It's druggy, but it's well worth it. Thanks, everyone. Back tomorrow evening from 9 p.m. Have a lovely evening, good sleep, and hopefully Dale will sober up. Yeah. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.